Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Capybara Gaming. As you can see, I have had a recent skin change. Shout out to Mad for redeeming skin change in my Twitch chat. If you want to change my skin, you can follow my Twitch in the description. But today we are going to be making the Spider Queen's Stinger. But before we get into that, I want to thank you guys for 700 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. We've gotten here so fast. It's been like 2 months since I started doing daily videos. So I really appreciate all the support you guys have given. I won't hold you up any longer. Let's get into the video. Yo, what's up? We're gonna go ahead and talk about our Spider Queen Stinger. So to craft this, you're actually gonna want to fight Arachne in the spider's den. She spawns like all the way down in the bottom, and you need to get some specific items to spawn her. You can either get 4 keeper fragments, which drop randomly from these spiders, and from Arachne's keepers, which spawn randomly. They're like special zealots, but for spiders. And what do you know? Somebody spawned one right now. This is the 1 million health one right here, so I need to back up actually, because the strategy for fighting this is using a cow head, and I don't have one on my head right now. Here we go. All right, so it looks like somebody spawned this and then instantly died to it, so kind of awkward for them. I'm gonna try and find my phantom rod. Here we go. So now we can beat it up, but you'll see we can get soul string drops from this, and from the upgraded version we can get some other drops, but this is the base tier. You use keeper fragments to spawn this one, and if you kill this one, then you can get Arachne fragments, which you use to spawn the larger one. That one has like 20 million health. So, but yeah, you basically fight this, you get some soul string drops, and once you have 18 soul string, you can craft the Spider Queen Stinger. And the strategy is to use phantom rod with a cow head, because you see in the bottom left I got hit by a venom shot. You can actually avoid taking the venom effect if you have a cow head on, because it blocks all negative effects. So that's why we're wearing it, because it will affect you no matter how much health or how high your catacombs level is. You can get one shot by this if you don't wear a cow head. We're almost done, down to 50k HP almost, and there we go. Boom. All right, you see we got this Arachne fragment. You can use 3 of these and go talk to Shaggy to see what other items you need to craft the Arachne's crystal. But there we go. We can work back up to the top to make sure we got all of the drop. Aha, here we go. So there's 5 soul string here. So we've got a little extra soul string now. But we'll go ahead and put this other stuff into our ender chest. And let's go ahead and craft the Spider Queen Stinger. So to craft it, you're going to need 18 soul string. So we have a little bit extra right here because we killed that boss. And then you need 12 enchanted dark oak put in these spots right here. Then you need 6 enchanted spider eyes, and there we go. We have the Spider Queen Stinger. So we'll grab this real quick. There it is, 180 damage. Arrows shot using this bow have an aura around them that deals 1,443.6 damage to nearby enemies. Arrows travel through enemies, so it automatically has the piercing effect. So we can test that out real quick. Oh, I'm not used to not short bows. There we go. It went through and killed them both. And that was not because of my Gauntlet of Contagion. That was just kind of a side effect there. See here, it shoots through them both. So very useful, at least for the early game stuff. But you'll notice we'll go ahead and go to the Crimson Isle. It's not going to do insane damage to anything here. Here we have a magma cube with 1.4 million health. Boom. We dealt 45,000 damage, and you do see the arrow goes through him. It only does 1,400 damage, so I think that 45,000 was actually from us shooting a fireball back at him. So not crazy damage. Let's see if when we enchant it, it upgrades it a bit. All right, there we go, fully enchanted. I left punch off of it because punch can be annoying. But another thing I want to do real quick is get an Optic Lens for it. So if I did the low reforged stones, Optical Lens for 15,000 coins. Go ahead and drop it in here. 300,000 coins to apply it. And there we go. 18 strength, 11 crit chance, 32 extra crit damage. Let's see how it does now. It says 1,479.6. So that's about a 40 damage increase. Guessing it will not do much here, but we'll see. Back at the Crimson Isle, somebody's been killing these, so let's see if we can get some damage dealt. Yep, it does the amount that it says on there, 1,467. Okay, so it actually does a little bit less. It's doing like 1 damage less than it says it should be. Very, very odd. All right, well, it's not looking too good right now. This is a pretty early game bow, so it's all right if you want to stack mobs up in the early game, but they got to be pretty low level for it to one shot. All right, we're gonna hop Potato Bucket real quick, see if we can get some more damage out of it. So we're starting off and it has 1,476 damage, and we ended and it has 1,443 damage. Should that actually go down? And then we hold it and it goes up to 1,500. Okay, so that's weird. So if you warp to a new lobby and you don't hold it in your hand, it says its damage is 356.4, but then the second we hold it in our hand, it goes up to 1,515. So very odd. Let's try it out. Boom, 1,500. So at least we got it over 1,500 now, but it's not very useful for much at this stage. But you can actually upgrade it just like you can upgrade Shadow Assassin gear. You need 150 soul string, 60 enchanted dark oak wood, and a Dark Queen soul drop, which is a drop from Arachne. So we actually already have the soul drop, but we are going to need a bit of string, I think. I only have a stack of 9, so that's 73. We still need 77, which is going to cost us almost 800,000 coins. That's all right. I should have the dark oak on me. Go. And now we should be able to craft this thing. So we put the stinger bow in the middle, the soul string on the right, the soul drop on the left, and the dark oak wood down row. And there we go. You see it has that little symbol at the start of its name once you upgrade it. And you see here it has 200 damage, and when we get over here it has 320 damage, so it increases its damage by 120. So hopefully that will be a really good buff. All right, here we are in the hub. We were doing 1,500 damage before, and now with this million coin upgrade we deal 2,500. So we increased our damage by 1,000. Not as good as I was hoping, but once again, it is still a very early game weapon. I want to kind of test how large its aura is. So how far away can I shoot? Oh man, it does have a pretty wide range on that aura. Right there is when we're hitting. So you can shoot probably 2 blocks away from a mob, it looks like, and still hit them. Shoot this right here, it will not hit, but once we're 2 blocks away from the mob, it will hit. So it's got a pretty big range on it, but the amount of damage it does is still pretty bad. I'd say it might be good for clearing crypt ghouls like this, but you're gonna need a pretty high talisman bag to be able to deal as much damage as I'm doing right now. Like, these guys have 2,000 health. If you have to, you can do 2 shots, of course, but it's kind of a budget spirit scepter. Good for clearing these, but you have to have really high combat levels and accessory bags to be able to deal this much damage. Like, if I'm not wearing armor, I'd say I'm probably at about the stage of a mid-game player. I have 500 strength, 675 crit damage without wearing armor, and I deal 1,800. Yeah, so that's still using a legendary tiger pet as well. So this does not look to be that viable in literally anything. Maybe like if you're grinding on your island and you've got like your minions spawning a bunch of mobs and you just sit there and shoot them, but that's not a viable strategy for literally anything. So I'm gonna say it's pretty useless. We could put Swarm or Soul Eater on it to upgrade it, but I'm not wasting that much money because I don't have it. We could recom it, we could put an Art of War on it. I'm trying to think of what other things we could do. Maybe we can upgrade it using our spider essence. Let's see if you can star this bad boy. You cannot, so it's not even starable. Well, I think that's about all that we can afford to do to it. The things that we're missing are Fuming Potato Books, a Recombobulator, and an ultimate enchant, as well as like power 5 or 7 or whatever it goes up to now, and infinite quiver 10, but honestly I'm not too worried about it. I am actually curious if skeleton pet works on it, because we were dealing 800 damage before, and then if we equip our skeleton pet, does it work on it? We're dealing 1750, so we deal less damage with the skeleton pet than we did with the tiger pet, so I'm gonna say that's a no. I see very little use for this item. Think maybe if when you upgraded it, its rarity went up, it might be viable, because then you can at least get your reforges upgraded a little bit, but pretty useless. Let's go ahead and put it in our museum. Alrighty, what are we thinking the value is? I'll go ahead and give you a second to guess the value in the comments if you like. You've got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Donated. And let's see, what page is it on? I think it should be here. There it is. 737,000 item value. So not even 1,000,000 coins, even though I definitely paid over 1,000,000 coins upgrading it and everything. But it could be worse. Actually, it really couldn't. But that's all for me today, boys. I hope you did enjoy and learn something. If you did, please remember to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of Museum Mastery. God bless.